Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Soham, and today we are going to build an application that can track an article listed in an online shopping portal. So in today's tutorial I have chosen Amazon as our online shopping website, and from there we will choose or we will select an article, whatever it can be, and then we will set up a price. Whenever the price of that article goes down of our predefined price or budget, an automated mail will come to my mailbox and I'll be notified that hey, the price got dropped, just go and grab that. So let's get into the code and see step by step how this application can be developed. So as a first line of code, we have to import modules that are going to be required here, and in this case I'm going to import the requests module. If you don't have requests in your Python installation, you have to do a pip install requests. You would easily get that, and it will take hardly 15-20 seconds to get it installed in your machine. So this module will help us get the web page from the portal and do our calculations. So it will help us do the web scraping part of this application. So that is going to be our first line. Next, what we need to have is the URL where our article or our chosen article can be located. So let me declare a variable here called URL, and here I'll put the variable. Okay, let me get into Amazon first. So this is the Amazon's website. Let me pick up any article. Let's say these headphones. Okay, so yeah, this is the one that I want to have it wish listed. So currently it is showing that its price is 13,993. Okay, fine. So let me copy this link and get it down here. So I have my URL in my programming. The next thing that I require to do the web scraping from this website is to the header information. Now what is header information? I'll come to it. Just a second. Let me declare a variable called header, and it should be an list data type. I'll show you why. So header is basically, if you go into Google and search the user agent or my user agent, let me search my user agent. So that's the user agent, that's your user agent. So you should ask this when you are requesting any page from any website, or in this case the Amazon's website. Okay, so user agent. So those of you who are familiar with Java, JSON script, a JSON file, you will find a similarity in ticked data type in Python. Anyway, so we have URL, we have header. Now what do we need? Okay, so that's all we need for now to retrieve the page information. So let me call a variable, declare a variable called page, where I'll use requests dot get function. So the argument, first argument would be the URL, next would be headers is equals to have our header, so just pass it. Okay, so that's it. Now let us see what's inside this page variable is. So let me print this variable, let me run the program. So I hit Ctrl+5. Let's see what it shows. Yeah, so it is showing as an output response is 200, means the response is okay, but we are not able to see the screen content because For seeing the content of this variable page, we have to provide something like page dot content. Now let me print this. Maximize this so that, yeah. So this is the content. This is somewhat like, I don't know what to say. It's not understandable. So, but yes, we can be sure that we are able to get connected to that URL and we are able to retrieve that page as well. Okay, so let me delete this one. I don't need to print here anything. Now the next thing, we have to parse this HTML what we have just seen in the console, because we need to retrieve some information, and to retrieve those information we have to parse this through this programming. So for that we need another module that is called BS4. If you don't have it, you also need to install this as well through pip install. So from BS4 we will import the beautiful soup. Yeah, this one. Okay, so now let me declare a variable called page page HTML is equals to, I'll use this beautiful soup dot, okay, so yeah, so this beautiful soup dot, okay, you don't need to use any other function. Beautiful soup itself is sufficient. So now we have to pass the actual content of the page that we want to be parsed. So page dot content would do. The next thing would be to specify the parser. Here in this case it should be HTML parser. That's it. So let's see what's inside this page HTML variable. Running this code. Okay, it's running. Yeah, so it is successfully parsed. It's fine. Yeah, so if you see here, so once we have done this, what we need to do is we have to somehow extract the price information from this HTML, right? So for that, what you need to do is you need to go to this portal, open the developer console, just press F12, will open up that for you. Yeah, that's it. So just select the selector pane, hover over this price tag, click it. So that's the element under which the price is listed. So just you need to just mention this price block our price. Okay, so ID is price block our price. You can copy it, can't copy it from here. I don't know why it's disabled anyway. So price block underscore our price is the ID. So just go here and let's say, okay, let me remove this one first. So I'm declaring another variable for the product price, which is equals to, okay, page HTML dot find. Now I have to pass the ID. So ID is equals to, I'm sorry, format. Okay, so yeah, find ID is equals to, what was it? It was price block underscore our price. Done. Let us print this just to see what product price. Okay. That's one. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's the price information, so we have got it correct. But some things to be noted here. First of all, we need to do some comparison or integer or number comparison on it. So as you can see, this is completely a string, so somehow we have to convert it to a number. So the first thing we need to do is we have to get rid of this rupees sign. Then we need to get rid of this comma, 1000 separator. Then for now we will treat it as integer, so I will remove this .004. So for that, first thing what we can do is we can replace the commas or comma with nothing. Okay, so comma has been omitted. Then we have to extract these 1 2 3 4 5 digits. Okay, so for that it would be best if I can write some regular expression. So for that, just import this RE module, which is for regular expression. Now here I'm going to define my regular expression like price extractor equals to RE compile. Now I have to define this regular expression, so I'm placing R here just to mention it's a raw string, so that it will treat the value which is I'm going to give in this quotation as a raw string. So as it's a 4 consecutive digit that I'm going to pick, so just let me write D. So which means that the expression would consider anything at any consecutive 4 digits. Okay, so once I have this price extractor defined, so this is my inside this I have this string. Okay, so let me create another variable. Let me format it first. Formatted price, and that should be price extractor dot find out, then the string. Here the string is inside this product price. Okay, now let me print this formatted price here, run this and see what is there. Done. Okay, so basically this generally returns an array where several numbers would be there. Say for example, if it's like something bigger than this, then it may possible that our expression can find more than one instances of digits or consecutive 4 digits. Okay, so here in this case we only have one. That's why this array that is written by in this price extractor regular expression contains only one element. So all you have to do is you just have to pick this 139 and convert it into integer. So for that, I think the best way is declare a variable here like absolute price or ABS price. Okay, and so we have this price information here. So just mention array index number and do a typecast here. That's it. Just print this also, so that at least we can be sure that yes, we have the correct price information with us now. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Great, so we have 1399. Okay, let me delete this one. And now minimize this one, delete this one. So we have the price of our selected article here. Now we have to define some budget or threshold. Let's say name it as alert price. So its price was, I think, 13,000 something. Okay, so let me give it as, let's say, 14,000. So whenever price got decreased from this alert price, I want to be notified. Okay, so that's it. So now the comparison or comparative operator come into place. If simple check would be there, this price is lesser than my budget expressed in this budget, then send email, right? That's what I want. Okay, if it is not, I don't want anything, just want to get the program run. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to define this send mail definition of function. Okay, so for that, let's define a function send email. So now here is the important thing. I am going to use Gmail here. So as a first step, I have to define the server. So let me create a variable called server. Okay, first things first. I have to import some module here to connect with the mail server and do the sending and receiving stuff. So for that, Python has one module called smtp-lib. So I think SMTP is for simple message transfer protocol and lib for library. So this is the module that I am required for doing the mailing stuff. So the first thing to define the server, for that I would use smtp. So this is for instantiating the server. So as I've told that I'm going to use Gmail here. So the Gmail mail server name is smtp.gmail.com and the port number is 587. Now for Gmail server it is 587. If you want to use some other mail servers like Yahoo or something, you just need to find the associated port numbers and just place it here. So that's the first thing for instantiating the server. Next, what you have to do is you have to do server.hello. Now what is hello? Hello is extended hello. So this is nothing but you are identifying yourself to this server. So you are making yourself identifiable to this server. So this is optional. It is not mandatory to have this hello code here. So the next thing should be to encrypt the connection. For that you have to do the TLS. I'm sorry, I think open up the caps lock. Anyway, so just try to start TLS, just encrypting the connection, and once you have encrypted your connection, you have to again do a hello. Okay, again it's optional. It is not mandatory to have this hello command in code. So yeah, once you are done with this, the next step should be to log in. Log in from the account that you want to send the mail. I'm going to use our channel's email. So server.login. The first argument here should be obviously your email ID. So here in this case, it is sns.learning.2020@gmail.com. And the next thing is the password. Now, if you don't want to use the actual password that you have set in this regard, Google has an option for you. Just go to Google, enable the two-factor authentication, and then search through this my app password. So there you will find an option. Yeah, for this one you will find an option to create one 16-digit password. Okay, so let me create it for you just to show you how you can create this. Okay, I think I have already enabled this. I don't think Google will let me. Okay, so yeah, so I have already generated one, so let me delete this one. And so here you have to select the application. Like here I have select mail, then the device is like Windows computer, and then hit generate. So this is the password that Google has generated for you, so you can easily use this, but the prerequisite is you have to have two-factor authentication enabled in your account. So anyway, let us put this password here. So this is for the login part. The next thing is for sending the mail. So for that, server dot send mail. Now here you have to pass three arguments. First is the mail ID from where the mail could be going. Second is the to mail ID from, to whom you are going to send the mail. Let's say, let's give my email ID here. And the third thing is the actual message, what we're going to send. Okay, so for now let us skip this as message because we have to define somewhere this message, and we will pass this message in this function itself. Okay, so we will define it very shortly. So the next line should be with the connection. So just set server. So that's it. Okay, so we are done with this send mail thing. Now let us define the message. Okay, so we have defined URL, header page. Okay, let us define the message here. Okay, so let me define a formatted message here where I will place. Okay, before message, let me separately set the subject like price, drop alert. So that is going to be our subject of the mail. Then the body, the item you selected, or let's say something like price drop or item you selected from this link. Okay, now just add a concatenate link here because we already have this link with us inside this variable. So that's my subject, that's my body. Now my message would be a formatted string where like subject. Yeah. So my subject would be this. So this is kind of a JSON format. Yeah. So here the first thing would be the subject. Once subject is done, place some new ones here. Then the body. So that is going to be our message. Okay, so we have defined the message here. Okay, so I think we are done with the programming. Now we have to do some little formatting things because yeah, So let me put the entire thing inside a definition. Let's say def main program or main application. Let's say main app. Let me bring the entire code under it. Yeah, so that is one definition, main app. Okay, I have to bring this one too. And from this definition, we will call this one when the absolute price or the product price is less than our budget. So currently the price is 13,993 and our budget is 14,000. So yes, if the program is correct, it should send us a mail, right? Okay, so let me open up my mail here also. Yeah, this is my mail. Okay, so here I need to generate something because for the setting I think. Anyway, let's generate this. So this is my password. Done. Why haven't I done this? Okay. Okay, so that's the mail. Now let's run the program. So now currently my budget is 14,000 and the product price is less than this. So if the program runs successfully, it should send me a mail. So let us see if run that mail. Okay. I'm stopping this one now because I have to have some confirmation like if send message or if this send email has been called from here, it should bring something like mail sent so that I can understand I invoked a mail. One more thing, I haven't passed this parameter here, so let me pass this parameter. From here. Okay. Now we can run it. Okay, I have done a mistake here. It's a typo. So let me just remove it. So let me just remove this one. I don't need this one. I don't need this one. Okay, I think it's fine now. Let me run this one. Okay, it's running. It's taking a long time. Yeah, so it has run, but I don't think any mail is sent because load it. Okay, so something is not worked here. Okay, let's analyze this. So my budget is 14,000. Here it is 13,000. Fine. So my budget is greater than this. So I'm going to send an email. That's the server. That's my email ID. That's our email ID. Okay, so it should run. So for that, let us print the absolute value. Let's say print this is price. So what it returns. Okay, it is returning nothing, which means there is no variable or no value stored here. But why? Let us go back to this site and let me reload this. Okay. It may happen that somehow, for some reason, okay, I have to disable this. The one that I'm interested in. So it is still price block underscore our price. Yeah, that is also fine. Okay, so I have made a blunder here. I have defined two main functions, but I'm not calling anything. So that's why it is not giving. So basically it's not running actually. So just remove this one and call this main application. It should run now. It is running. Yes, level send. Now let us open the mailbox and see if, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, let me open it. So my subject is correct, price drop as I've said there. Okay, so I think this is the extra one. Okay, that's the formatting part. You can do it anytime. So the price got dropped is selected to and grab it from this link. So just click on this link. You will be redirected here. Yes. So that's it. Now one more tip that I can give you: whenever you're going to build this app, you will obviously don't want to run this every time manually to check whether the price got dropped or not. So for that, you just need to open a while loop and run it till it sends a message, or till it satisfies this condition. So I'll provide this tutorial on the next video, or try to cover it in the next video, and I'll also try to wrap this programming with using Python Tkinter, so that we can have a graphical user interface and it will look like a authenticated app, authenticated useful Windows app. Okay, so we'll try to cover it in the next tutorial. So for now, that's it. So if you have enjoyed this video, just give a like and subscribe, and do share with your friends. Thank you.